Oh no, not day 2, day 4. Welcome to day 4. Oh my gosh, we are on day 4. How did that happen? Day 4 of the 5-day money attraction challenge. Come on in. Come on in. I'm waiting for you all, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Welcome to this incredible energy vortex of ours that we've created here. I love being with the money family. I love it. Crystal says, "Hey money family. Welcome to the happy energy all around money and abundance and financial well-being. This is where it's at. This is where we play on a daily basis. I am, oh my gosh, today is my sweet spot. I know I feel like I say that every day, but you're going to hear and you're going to feel, more importantly, when I talk about my zone of genius. This is it. This is where it's at. So come on in. You all know you got $888,000. What an abundant universe we live in. $888,000 to spend as much as you want on creating a legacy. And hang on a second, I'm going to give you a new definition of legacy. Because I want you to reframe. I want you to reframe how you think about legacy. So first of all, let me know. Denise says, "Hello, millionaires." That's right. Hey, millionaires. That's how we roll. We hang out with fellow millionaires. So those of you that have so far spent your $888,000, I just want to share with you, yes, we have play money every day, but what is the lesson? What are we really learning here in these activities? And the lesson about legacy that I want to share with you, this is a definition that blew my mind. Shout out to Marcella Williams, who was on here on Monday with her family. She's a behavioral financial advisor, and she blew my mind with this definition of legacy, because every time I ever heard legacy, all I think about is how much money can I leave for my kids? How much assets can I leave for my kids? Can I set up my kids and my grandkids? Give me a like, a love, a something, an emoji if you think that way too when you think of legacy. So you get $888,000. And of course, the natural thing to do is to think, well, how can I set up the next generation, right? And I actually want you to think about this definition of legacy. And I want to know how you're going to change how you spent your $888,000. So my definition that I love from Marcella is, it's actually, legacy is all about the impression of your life as you were living it. So people are watching your life as you were living it. And how you did that, how you lived life, is the legacy that you leave behind. I love that legacy. Here is why. It takes it out of I know so many people who they are sacrificing and struggling and living a small life themselves because they want to make it better for the next generation. How many people do you know that their whole focus is, I'm going to struggle and sacrifice, and I'm going to just live beneath abundance so that the next generation can be okay? Is that really a legacy? Like, I don't want to show my kids that I was miserable and unhappy and not living life so that they can get my abundance and they live an amazing life. They're going to be like, I never saw mom. She never seemed happy. She was always miserable. Like, that's not a legacy that I want to leave. So I want to inspire you. It's the idea of, instead of giving the next generation a fish, teaching them how to fish. How are you going to use this money to live your life so abundantly, to live it so fully, to show them that you created abundance and that they can too? Yes, I'm still going to want to leave money for them, and I'm going to want to make sure they go to college and get their first home and do all of that stuff. But by no means am I going to live under anything less than my joy so that they can do that. That to me is not a legacy. I want to show them I did it, and you now know you can do it too. That is the legacy that I'm talking about, right? So come on in and let me know, how does this change how you're going to spend your money? What are you going to do different? Is it the same, or is it going to be different? And really look at, I love it, really look at, how am I living my life as an inspiration? I want to say a couple things. Congratulations! Yesterday we opened enrollment, and some of you beautiful souls said yes to joining us in the 120-day Money and Profit Mastery Program. Oh my gosh, I could not sleep. It was like Christmas night for me last night, thinking all I could think about is 4 months from now, what you're going to have to say as you come back to share your testimony next time. So I want everyone that's watching, whether you've had your call yet or had your turn to say yes to you, just go ahead and type congrats. Put out that energy of congratulating the people that have already gone before you and said yes to themselves, that's had that kind of courage to stand up and say, I'm going to stand for what I deserve. It's time I had things easier. It's time I had the life I know I'm capable of. It's time I invested in me. It's time I take this thing I call faith and stop talking about it and like live it. So thank you. Blow up Facebook. Congrats, congrats, congrats. And shout out to Anne in our group this morning that was posting and telling me, some of my friends have signed up for calls and they're so excited. And she said, I don't think they realize the healing that's going to happen for them. And Anne, I couldn't have said it any better. And, and I said to her, you are showing them, because she's in the program. I'm like, you're showing them what's going to be possible through your life. And that's exactly what I want for all of you that still have your calls booked. The ultimate success is when you love your life so much. It's so good. It's so easy. It's so successful. You're living all your dreams that everybody else in your life is looking at you going, dang, I want that. She makes it look so good. She makes it look so easy. Look at her walking in the promises of her life. Look at her like beaming abundance, radiating joy and ease. That is what I want people to look at all of you and see and want it, not because you're already happy and you're inspiring others to want it for themselves. Right? That's success to me. All right, so come on in. Anne says it goes so deep, I can attest, Mamacita. Mwah. All right, come on in and do the same things that you all did yesterday. Thank you so much. I saw so many of you tagging your friends and sharing the video. When you share the video, here's the thing. Facebook is like, so you want to share it and tag people. That indicates that you are really not just like spamming out there, that you're really trying to add value to other people's lives. So thank you for sharing, but also please tag your friends. And today we're talking about visioning. So tag them and say, hey, come learn about visioning for success. All right. Okay. I'm jumping into what I have prepared for you today. So far this week, we've been talking about, how to get to that next level of success with more ease, more fun, more fulfillment, and more financial bliss. And I've been asking you all week, is that what you all want? And you're saying, yes, Tasha, that's what I want. More ease, more fun, more fulfillment, more financial bliss. Yesterday, oh my gosh, this beautiful lady, Raquel, when she signed up and she said, after doing the payment process and going through everything, and asked, how do you feel right now? She said, I feel light. I feel light. And the joy, I know what that means. Like, finally, I know I'm going to get what I need. The burden is lifted. The staying awake at night and worrying is gone. And I know that you were brought here because this is an answer to your prayer, because you're looking for getting to that next level and you just need a mentor. You need the answers that you're seeking, right? And so I get it. And I want to share with you, when I say financial bliss, what does that mean? I actually want you all to type this, because typing, note takers are money makers. Note taking and typing, when I tell you to type, you get the lesson at a deeper subconscious level. So financial bliss equals, what do I mean when I keep saying financial bliss? It means larger, consistent income. Financial bliss equals larger amounts of consistent income. It means you get to that next level that you're looking for, and then you keep going and going and going, and it just keeps getting larger and more consistent. It's not here today, gone tomorrow. Financial bliss equals larger, consistent income. I love it. Type. Everybody type. Okay. So far what we've uncovered is the process to getting that, the scientific process, the vision alignment method. Number one, we talked about revising. This is where we became aware that we have some money traumas, right? We have some money traumas and we need to heal our consciousness and our frequency. We need to work on healing from these money traumas so that we can step into receiving with more ease and grace. And then we talked about revising, and then we talked about reveal. Step number two is revealing. That's what we did yesterday, where I said, hey, what do you really want? You have to first heal, then you go into I deserve it. 1,000% you operate from I deserve it. And then and then after you heal and you know you deserve it, now you can ask, because you're asking from this place of power and healing. Your frequency is all in alignment, all working for you. Your reticular activating system is no longer fractured. All of your lifetime of fears and trauma and worry and limitation, all of that is resolved. And now you can ask boldly. And today we're going to go into part 3, which is relive. We're talking about relive. What is that part? That is about how to become it. How to become the version of you that you're dreaming of. This is where I'm going to show you how to vision. And I call this section relive because first we're going to create that version of you. And then in our subconscious mind, we're going to play it over and over. We're going to just relive that version of you until it is in your physical reality. And this is where you get the science to work for you. So I promised you that this is science-based. This is not like your regular challenge. I want you all, and I hope you know, you're in a master class, right? This is next level, truly next level teachings. So let's talk about the law that makes what I'm saying guaranteed for everyone. Some of you are like, I'm scared to book a call because I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. Well, laws work for everyone. Remember I said, if you live in Jamaica or Japan, if you live in the US or the UK, it doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter your skin color, doesn't matter what you do for a living, doesn't matter who your parents are, it doesn't matter your education level. The law is the law. So all of those things are still there. And if you throw an apple up, it's going to come back down no matter where you live, because the law of gravity is in effect. What I'm teaching you is the law that works to create success with ease, to get you to your next level outside of the paradigm of hustle and grind and struggle and working harder. So let's talk about that law today. This law that I'm talking about is the law of cause and effect. So the law of cause and effect says, you're going to do something, cause, right? You're going to do something. This thing that you do is going to cause an effect, the thing that you're going to get because you did something. So you do something, that's the cause. And then the effect is the result of what you did. You cause the creation of a result. So now let me ask you a question, and I want every single person to type. 1 or 2, number 1 or number 2. You want to get to your next level of success. You want ease, fun, fulfillment, financial bliss. That to me is my next level of success for me, honestly defined simply. I want more abundance with more ease. That's the next level. It just keeps getting more abundance, more ease. I get to that and then I go, okay, I'm here now. Now I want it even easier and I want more abundance. So the cause, you have 2 options to get it. 1, work hard, work harder, even harder than you're working right now. That is a cause. Working harder is a cause, and it is going to give you an effect. It's going to give you a result. You are going to get some level of success. The only piece is option number one, the cause is it's going to cost you immensely. It's going to cost you time, the most precious thing of all. It's going to cost you living a full, enjoyable life. It's going to cost you energy and just truly enjoying life. There's a cost to that cause, but it works. It's worked for a lot of people for many years. Number two, option number two, another cause, and this is a law. So any of these two causes are going to create an effect. It's a law. The other cause is you dream more. You want to get to the next level of success. Number one, you can choose to work harder. And if that's your choice, go ahead, type it. Number one, I'm going to choose to work harder. Or number two, you can apply the cause of dreaming more. Here's the beauty of that cause. When you use number two, the effect, you're still going to be successful, but the effect is it's going to be more fun. It's going to be enjoyable. It's going to happen faster. And to me, dreaming more is a whole lot easier than working harder. And I want it to be easier. So if I want to get to my next level of success, I am very aware that I can work harder. Option number one is available to me, or I can dream more. Option number two. You are the one who decides. Which do you choose? One or two? Let me see it in the comments. Which one do you decide? So for those of you that are typing number two, let's talk. Those of you that want to keep working harder, you choose number one. Well, I love you. You know how to do that. I don't think you need me. You know how to work hard. Just keep doing more of it. Work harder. God bless you. Go for it. But those of you that are like me and you want to choose number two, you want to dream more. Remember in the scripture, it says, without a vision, they perish. We have the instructions for living easy and relaxed. Without a vision, it says, they perish. Perish, does it necessarily mean die? Maybe. But you know what I interpret that word perish to mean? They work so hard. They're so exhausted. They're so belabored. It's like, are you really living? Without a vision, are you really living? Without dreaming and using the easier way to create success, right? Are you really living? That is the question. And so I want to ask you now, because my teaching style is to ask you questions. The thing about how we are cultured is we're cultured to do, we're not cultured to think. And it's really easy to teach people how to do and do and do and do, and to diminish their ability to think. Because then you just create robots who know how to do more and work harder. And if they don't think, they never realize how powerful they really are, right? So my teaching style is to get you to think. And I'm going to challenge you. I know I'm kind of like in your face sometimes with it, but it's with love. It is with a lot of love, because I just want to show you what's possible. So now on a scale of 1 to 10, you know these things to be true. You would not be attracted to my conversation if you didn't know these truths about visioning and about dreaming, and that it's easier, and the law of cause and effect. You all know all this stuff. You know it. My question for you on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to rate yourself. I want you to think right now and just evaluate. How are you doing? And 10 is, Tasha, I'm at mastery level with this. So on a scale of 1 to 10, are you visioning for next level success the right way? And here, before you give me your number, remember it says by the fruit, right? So by the result, we know if we're doing it the right way. By the result. So you're not going to look at, yes, Tasha, I sit every morning, I close my eyes, I daydream, I have a lot of time fantasizing and imagining. I do that every day, 10 times a day. Great. I want to measure the result. The result is all that matters. So look at your result, the fruit, and tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, are you at mastery with visioning? Because this is science. I am telling you the law of cause and effect says one cause is you can vision to create the effect, which is the result you want, the next level. Are you great at doing it, or are you masterful at working hard? Are you choosing to learn just how to work harder? Are you investing more in things that are making you do more and work harder and keep choosing number one? Or are you wanting to get masterful at number two? Either one's going to work. That's what's beautiful. Everything works. I never tell anybody what you're doing is not going to work. It's just, is that the way you want it to work? Is that the way you want your life to be? Is that the legacy you want to have? You had kids that watch you slave to make money so they can have a better life. I mean, is that what you're choosing? I don't want to choose that. My kids have seen me live. They've seen me live. They value freedom because I've shown them that in my own life. That's my legacy, right? So I want you to understand, when people tell you out there, you have to become her. You want that next level of success. You have to become, how many of you have heard, you have to be it? I'm like, well, heck, I've never been a millionaire who's had easy success and, like next level clients. And I've never been able to go on vacation for 8 weeks. I've never had that. So how can I be it when I've never even experienced that for myself? I hear you that that's the way to get to it, but be it? Like, but how? Anybody else ever ask that question when people are like, you have to be it first. You have to become it. I'm like, I never have had it, so I don't know how to be it. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me, right? So this is the answer. What they're really wanting to say is that you have to see yourself as that version of yourself. You have to get to the place where you're like, Tasha, I know how to do that so effectively that when I am being her in my subconscious mind and my visioning, I feel it. I get emotional. I believe it. Tasha, it's so real for me. And you know how I know I'm doing it so good, Tasha? My results are showing it for me. My results show me that I'm doing it really well. I love it. I love it, right? My results show me that I'm doing it really well. And I just want to just pause here and say, listen, if this makes sense to you, if what I'm saying so far makes sense to you, and so many people, you know what, my number one thing that clients who come into our program say, Tasha, I realize I stopped dreaming. I've stopped dreaming. I honestly, life has beat me down. I've gone after so many things that haven't worked out. I've had my family tell me I'm crazy. My friends, tell me I'm just lost. I'm lost. And I have stopped dreaming. And what does it say? Without a vision, they perish. Dreaming is living. To dream is to live. Can you type that? To dream is to live. So when you're saying, I feel so unfulfilled, I feel so stuck, I feel so like I feel lost, I feel exhausted, I don't know what else to do, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing with dreaming? Because if you're not dreaming and visioning, then it says you perish. You live lackluster. That's how it works. So I want, and I love someone says, I can see it in my mind's eye. I can see it in my mind's eye, right? And you're all saying, I'm dreaming, I'm dreaming. Remember, I'm not asking you really to measure if you're doing it. I'm asking you to look at, is it working for you? Are you seeing the results that you desire? Is it getting easier? Is success easy for you? Are you getting to that next financial level that you desire with more ease? That is really all that matters, because every one of us can daydream. That's not hard to do. But are you doing it in the way that creates the results that you want, right? So you've probably heard people talk about the fifth dimension and the 3D dimension. I'm not going to assume that everyone understands that. So I'm just going to use layman's terms. Masterful visioning is when you're able to create a version of you in the fifth dimension. So you imagine yourself as everything that you want to be. Everything that you want to be. You imagine yourself as that. And the moment you do that, that version of you exists in another space and time. We call it the fifth dimension. That she's out there right now living the dream that you've created, right? But you right here in the now, pinch yourself. You're in the third dimension. And so what we want to do is we want to collapse this version that you created that's out here in the fifth dimension with the here and now, pinch yourself, you can feel it. We want those two to become one with speed and ease. We want to collapse time. And the way that you do that is through masterful visioning. And you need someone who knows how to do that really well to show it to you. So if all of this makes sense to you, like me, I remember when I didn't get this piece, I didn't understand, I didn't know how to dream. I thought it was just imagining and fantasizing. I thought that's what it was. And I was like, why is it taking me so long? Why? You know how some of you go, I'm so tired of trying law of attraction. It's like it's working for everybody else, but not me. Well, these are the nuances that it's like, how do I do it so well that I get the results faster? That's why you need a master to show you. So I know that yesterday, please forgive me, I asked all of you that wanted to talk with us to join us on this program of mastery where I'm going to mentor you and teach you how to do all this. I asked you to type the word deserve, and the team made me know that that did not work yesterday. So today, I want you to type the word dream because you're ready to dream. Only type the word dream if you know two things. You are really ready to come do all the things that I tell you to do, and you're ready to invest in yourself. Those two things are my criteria. You want this change, you want to learn how to do these things, and you want to get the results that you want right now as fast as you possibly can so you can go on to living your life, and you're willing to invest in yourself to have the mentorship, the guidance, the coaching, all the things. Now, I'm not here. Some of you have said, oh, but I have so many other commitments. Listen, one of my things, if you ever see me on Zoom, I am a girl, I commit to easy. I commit to easy. I know the reason we have such a high success rate, the reason we have shown people how to manifest well over $55 million is because I get people to do what needs to be done. How do I get you to do it? How do I get so many people? We have a 98% completion rate. How do I get in a world where everybody is in every course imaginable? How do I get people to complete? I make it easy, I make it fun, and I make it quick. Every single day for 120 days. You think 5 days of me is a lot? 120 days every single day. I tell you exactly what to do. A little tiny thing. It's easy, it's fun, and it's quick. And you tell me, if you wake up every morning going, oh my God, I can't wait to do this thing that Tasha has me doing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do it. Are you going to do it? You bet you're going to do it, and you're going to get results. So I make it easy, I make it fun, and I make it quick. When you're saying, I don't know if I have the time, I don't know if this is the time, that's you and your limitation. And that's you keeping yourself exactly where you are. How about you just detach from the excuses? Detach from the excuses. Like literally take your excuses and put them over here and come over here to what you say you want for yourself and come get it. Give it to yourself. Leave the excuses behind. I've done everything to make this work for you. I've done all the hard work, and I'm going to be with you every single day for 120 days. Me, Diane, and our mentors. So type the word dream. I love it. Type the word dream. And I'm also going to give you the website today for those of you fact finders. Like you are like me a little bit, where your intuition is like, I know I want this. I know I want to work with Tasha. I want to continue. But you're like, I wish she would give me a little bit more detail. For those of you love the detail, I'm also going to give you this website, moneyandprofitmastery.com. Moneyandprofitmastery.com. Oh, I love this. Christina Maria says, Tasha and Diane were the best choices I ever made. Thank you, Christina. I love that. Moneyandprofitmastery.com. If you've been waiting all week, you're like, well, what's included? How many calls? All the facts, all the details. It is there for you to read to your heart's content. And make sure you book a call. That is the piece, the action. Have to take the action to activate the results that you want. So now I'm gonna step into this piece I told you about, my zone of genius. What is the thing that I am the best at? I can teach you how to do a lot of things to make success easier and faster. But what is the thing that I'm the best at? It is visioning. Ask the people. In fact, if you have ever gone through a visioning exercise with me and you're in the live right now, you're watching, can you just say, I'm gonna prompt you to say, can you describe the experience so everyone else can get it? Because here is the thing. My zone of genius is taking you to a place in creating your vision where I take you out of how it's going to happen and the self-imposed limitations that you have. I see a lot of people visioning. They're imagining and they're doing their visualizing and they're doing all that, but they're still doing it from a place of, but then I just stop my visualizing and I worry about how. Or while I'm visualizing, I'm worrying about how. Or I'm visualizing, 10,000 because that's as far as I can see for myself. Well, I'm going to push you past the limitation that you're setting. You're limiting yourself in using this superpower. I'm going to push you past the how and the limits. That is my zone of genius. I'm going to make it so real for you that your entire body, every cell in your body is responding. What does Dr. Joe Dispenza says? If your body can believe it, it's guaranteed to manifest for you. But how do you get your body to believe it? When they tell you you have to be it, you have to become it. What I have found, I could not do that on my own. I needed someone to help me master that, get to that place where it was so real for me. My entire body was convinced that I was in the experience. That's what I want to show you how to do. To tap into what is your truest, strongest desire. Remember yesterday I told you so many of you, you're asking and visualizing from people pleasing, from doing what you think everybody else thinks you should do, what you see everybody else doing. You're doing it from feeling guilty, like it's not really what you want. And your own personal true desire is the strongest desire that you can possibly have. So I want to show you how to create a vision where all of those things are in place. It's so real to you. You get so emotional. I can tell you every time I guide people through visioning, we open our eyes and everyone's crying. And I'm like, I'm crying, they're crying, we're all crying because it's so real. It's like, oh my God, it's so here. I feel it. This is the thing that gets you into stop visualizing 50 clients. You're visualizing, well, I want success, and so let me visualize I have 50 clients. That doesn't light you up. That's the truth. It doesn't light you up. So you're visualizing from the wrong place. What do you really want? You want 50 clients and the money that 50 clients will bring so you can go on a first class luxury vacation. In fact, the special person that I did this with, literally we did it December 18th. By December 10th, he had manifested a first class trip across the pond to London because I took him out of, I want 50 clients paying me this much money, into what do you really want? And that was the result that he wanted because of this success. So I know it works with speed when I get you to what is it that you truly want. How do I do that? Well, as we're talking about your vision, I'm going to look at your emotion. I'm going to listen to the tonality when you talk about what you want. I'm going to watch your body language. I'm going to challenge you to dream what is truly your dream. That's a master. And I'm going to say these last two things, and I'm going to share these beautiful women with you. So before I got married recently, I, like every bride, wanted to have the best body ever for my wedding day. So I did what everybody does, and I went to the gym and I started working out months in advance. And because my ego, and I didn't know any better, I thought, well, the more I work out is the better and the faster I'm going to get the results, right? So I started pulling down, just one exercise, started pulling down 50 pounds. Then I was like, okay, I want it faster. So I went up to 70 pounds. Then I went up to 80 pounds. And I just kept making it harder and heavier for me to get the results. Then one day my husband came to the gym with me, and my husband is like working out his whole life. He's like a PhD in workouts and gyms, right? So he comes to the gym with me, and literally he goes, Tasha, arch your back in this way, pull the cable in this way, and use like a quarter of the weight. Instead of 80 pounds, he was like, use 40 pounds and just do it like this. It was easier. It was lighter. And it was such a metaphor to me of what we do when we want results. We naturally think, let me put more pressure on myself. Let me work harder. Let me get more weight. Working harder equals more success. Remember that belief that we walk around with? And Tony just showed me, like, doesn't have to be that way, babe. Here, I am the master at this. Let me show you how to make it easier. That is what I'm inviting you to do when I say book a call with us. It's the difference between you trying to figure it out on your own and taking longer and working harder to get it versus somebody just going, here's the secret. Here's the easy way. Here's the easy way. Here you go. Do it like this, right? And I also reminded myself of one of my first mentors, a multi-millionaire that I met early on my journey of living like this. And this man, at the time that I met him and his wife were making $350,000 a month. $350. They don't go below that. That's their minimum. They go above, but never below $350 a month. And they had been making that amount of money for 25 years at the time that I met them. $350,000 a month. You do the math, right? And he said to me in mentorship, he said, Tasha, I can show people how to become millionaires easily. But you know what I have found? Most people would rather dig ditches every day to make a living. So what does you, instead of digging ditches, because you're going to be like, well, I don't dig ditches. Most people would rather work hard to get success because it makes sense to them. What did they teach us? Hard work equals success. So what we do is we internalize that and we go, okay, it makes sense. The harder I work, the more success I get. And that's what we do. And he says most people would prefer to do that simply because it makes sense rather than excavating the power that they have within to create results with ease. Can you imagine that? Most people would rather work hard and keep working hard just because it makes sense than going within to the power that we have to create results with more ease. So what I want you to type right now is this: logic makes me work harder. Logic makes me work harder. I want you all typing that. Roger, I'm sorry, not Roger, logic. I don't know where Roger came from there. Logic makes me work harder. That is just a fact. And most people that come into this awareness of this way of living, the thing they struggle with the most is they're like, it doesn't make sense to me what you're saying, Tasha. Just visualize, heal my consciousness, work on myself, unleash my power. It doesn't make sense because what makes sense to me is to work hard. And you know what? I don't know, that just makes sense. So I'm going to keep working hard. And I'm going to say, God bless you. You're not my people. My people know that the instructions that we got that says, seek the kingdom and all these things shall be given unto you. My people know that that makes sense, that the kingdom has the secret, it has the wisdom, it has everything that we need to have successful life. And where is that kingdom? Within. Everything that we need is within. We don't have to keep efforting on the outside and working hard to create results. What I want to invite you to is a process and a system for how can you master what you already have so that you get the next level results with ease. How can you do that? And my people, the people that were called here that have been praying for easier, that have been praying for guidance and mentorship in this way of doing things, you know yourselves. This makes the more sense to you than the working hard does. This feels true to you. And all I'm offering you is a process and a system that's easy, fun, and quick that you will do every single day for 120 days. And you're going to unleash that power that you already have. I was thinking about another way to explain this to you. And I'm Jamaican, so I went right to Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt was born with amazing legs and all the physiology to be a runner. He was born with it. And then he went and got a coach that taught him how to leverage what he already had naturally. And he broke the speed of light, right? He's got the lightning bolt little symbol thing that he does. World record for something that he already had, he was born with. That is every single one of you. You already have what it takes to get the success that you want with more ease. It's just like he needed a mentor. You just need someone to show you, come out of the paradigm of working hard and let me show you how to do it easily. The kingdom is within. That's right. So there you have it. If that sounds like you when you're down for it, type the word dream, go to moneyandprofitmastery.com, book a call, let's play. Let us play. Let us unleash the power that we already have to create results. And I'm going to share this beautiful woman with you, Mary. Can we have Mary join us on screen, please? Hello, Mary.
Hello.
So I asked Mary to come on because I met Mary a few years ago. And this idea about dreaming and doing the easy things to create results, Mary came to what most people would call a vision board party. I don't call it a vision board. And that's a whole other thing we're going to talk about. I show people how to take that vision and make it physical, but I call it a manifested board. So Mary comes and she does her manifested board, and years go by and every single thing manifests. Right, Mary?
Yes.
And so she's like, you would think, okay, she's living the dream, everything she wanted manifest. But then we did a challenge in February and Mary participated, even though she literally had it all. And she was like, but I want more. And I brought you on literally only, Mary, to tell this one thing where you said this statement on one of our calls about work. Can you share with everyone what you said?
Absolutely. I'm retired, rewired, but I really don't want to do that anymore. I just imagine I use the process that Tasha showed me and showed us, and things just happen. I get paid to be me, and I love it.
Can we all type that? I get paid to be me and I love it. Does it get any easier than that? I'm talking about easy. I get paid to be me and Mary, oh my gosh. Sorry, keep going. That was so good. Everybody, please type that. I want that for all of you. I want you to have that feeling where you're like, oh my God, I'm just being me and I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid to be me. Keep going.
So you're absolutely right. We met, and everything that I put on that manifested board became true. And then I had some other things that I wanted, and I really don't have to work. However, I wanted more fun, more freedom, more choices. I wanted joy, all those things that you can't go to a store and buy, right? And so I created another board because there was the business that I was in, there was a cruise offered, and I thought, you know what? I want to be on that ship. And so I just kept focusing on being on that ship. It was to the Bahamas, all expenses paid, trip for two. And I wanted to prove to my husband I could do it too. That was another big challenge. You know, you can't buy that. So I worked at it and I played at it and I had fun and I grew more confident. And people were attracted to me where they hadn't been before. And that made such a difference. And like I said, I was just being me. And now at this higher level that I'm working with Tasha, I am more me. The real me is coming out, the fun, the joy, the adventure. In fact, I put on my manifested board one day and that I was looking for adventure. And of course, I'm going to Fort Lauderdale next month. But the next day that I put adventure on my board, one of my girlfriends said, we're going to India. Do you want to come? And I'm like, I've never really wanted to go there, but now I do. That sounds like a great deal of fun and adventure.
Oh my gosh, Mary, you're just talking and you're just being you and you don't even realize the value bombs that you're dropping. So I'm gonna share it with people, right? Mary said on one of our calls, she's like, I don't really work. It's like, I love it. She's like, I'm getting all these results in my business and I don't really work. I'm just myself. I'm just having fun. Like, that's it. And I'm like, can you please come tell people that this is possible? But the thing that you just said that I want everyone to really hear when I say, why do you want to get to the next level? Like, is it that you want the 50 clients, the 25K or more, the whatever, right? Yes, you want those things. But what did Mary say? I want adventure. And because she was true to what her heart desired, the next day she gets invited to India. But here's the piece. She can go. She can do it. The choice. That is success. When you can get to the place where you literally are able to live the life that you choose to and that you desire to, that you have the choice. She can say no. She can get the invitation and say no, but not because she can't do it, because she's choosing. She can choose. That is success, right? The easy way. Mwah. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for being on.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let us bring on Brenda. Brenda. Can you hear
Hi.
me? Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. First of all, everyone, please direct your attention to that thing in the back where you see like a lady with a bikini and it says Body by Brenda. Just look at that body right there. Just zone in, hone in on that body. Brenda, do you mind sharing how old you are?
60.
60 years old. Look at her body,
Mm.
right? Oh my gosh. I like
That
needed.
that was me. Oops, this one's was
No, the
me
other
on the
one. You're one with your bikini. Yeah.
right. This is recent, and this is from 1986 on the cover of Shape.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Better
Anyway,
shape now.
better shape now. So let's not be distracted by Brenda's amazing body. I brought Brenda on. I'm sure several of you have seen her testimonial where I did a challenge one time and she wasn't able to join me live. So I invited her on live this time because she manifested $1 million by doing our program. Right. And I always love for you all to know she did it. She got the money. Yay, Brenda, $1 million. But I want to backtrack to where were you when we met? What was going on in your life that made you say, I want to work with you? Can you share with everyone?
Well, from the first time that I met you, and I didn't really get to meet you up front, but I had heard about you, and I had been at a place in my life where I had been very successful. And then I was at a new place, and I didn't know where or what or how I was going to do anything. And then I won this ticket to come to your event and never won anything in my life. So when I won something, I knew something special was going to go on. And I joined. I signed up immediately. As a matter of fact, I wanted to private coach with you. And I was so
Yes.
excited.
How many of you have ever heard me tell the story where I say, this woman walked up to me and said, I want to coach one on one with you. How much is it? She took her checkbook out. And then I said, nah, go get my lower price thing. Remember, I tell you that story, and you all probably think I'm making it up. It was Brenda.
Yeah,
It was her. She was willing to pay me $25,000 on the spot. And because I hadn't healed my money trauma around hard work equals success, I was like, this is too easy. It's not good. No, 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 no. Go buy the lower ticket product, right? So there you go. True story. Okay, Brenda. So you join us, and like, what are the things that you're now aware of that you're lacking and you really want in your life?
well, I find myself sometimes coming back to the old stuff, which is why I always re-enter with you and Diane and get myself back together. But ask me the question one more time.
Where were you? Like, what were some of the things that was going on in your life
Oh,
that you were like, I need
my
you guys?
parents were both sick. My parents' money story, to me, and what I understood, was that even though I was successful, when I got a little more grown up, my dad, I realized that my father had put in my head that he would always have more money than all of us family, and he was going to give us an inheritance that would take care of us for the rest of our life. So don't ever, worry about money or whatever. But I always have, because he always made everything, don't buy this, save your money for that.
So you were always worrying anyway
Money
about
doesn't
the
grow
money.
on tree. Always worried. Still am. And you help bring me into focus every time. And I'm there again.
And the thing that I love about your story was when you said, my father made me believe, like when we talk about money traumas, right? Just imagine your father is on one hand saying, don't worry, I got you, right? That legacy thing. I got you. I'll make enough money. You'll have money. Don't worry about it. But on the other hand, the other message that he gave Brenda was, you're not allowed to make more money than me.
and I'm not enough. I'm not worthy enough to make more money than you. And I didn't realize that until you and more I've learned about from you and Diane about how much this has affected me making money in my older years. Like not enough not enough self-esteem or something, it's like failure of success.
Right. Meanwhile, she's beautiful. She's got like been a model, been all kinds of success, been already knows for a fact. And this is what I want to show you how these traumas play out, right? She already has the evidence that she has been successful. How many of you have done that? You've had a successful career. You already know you know how to do this. You've worked for other people. You know how to be successful and you've proven to yourself that you can be. But now you're trying to do your own business or take yourself to your next level in your business, and your traumas that you didn't even realize were there are now playing out. Now what? Now what?
Yeah.
And so we you come into the program and we work together. And I remember you saying, my number is $1,111,000. It was like all one.
And 11
right?
cents.
And 11 cents down to the cents was 11s, right? So all ones, but it was started with $1 million, whatever all the other ones were to make it 1,111, whatever, right? And she comes into our program. She does all the work. There was a day when she was just so wrapped up in all of this trauma. I remember, Brenda, we have us having a call and a conversation, and I had taught you by this point in the program, take a nap. Like, stop working so hard. Take a nap. And so here you are like, but I need to build people and I need to sell and I need to do all this stuff. But Tasha said, take a nap. So I'm going to take a nap. Do you remember you woke up? And what happened when you woke up?
I woke up and I had 4 sales, like just like that in the matter of 2 hours after my nap. And I never believed her about the nap, but it worked.
Right? Would you rather just keep struggling and fighting through finding more clients, or take a nap? That's what I mean, So here you are. We do the program. We're at a birthday party and we're all talking about manifesting. I have no clue that this has happened. And I say to you, hey, can you share with Lori what being in our program has been like for you? Like, I was just like, tell her what it was like to be mentored. And out of nowhere, you're like, yeah, and I manifested my $1 million. I didn't even know you had manifested it. That's what was crazy, right? Down to the penny. I mean, how can you just, everyone that's here, Brenda, who's feeling like, whether they're thinking I'm too old, whether they're thinking I have too many traumas, whether they're thinking I don't have any self-confidence, whether they're thinking $1 million, I don't even know where that would come from in my life right now. What do you say, having gone through this, to those people?
Don't worry about where it's going to come from. Don't worry the how. I didn't know. I worried the how. I worried the this, and then I didn't. And then all of a sudden, within a few years, like 2, it was all here. And it was not that hard. It was unbelievable where it came from and how it came and what I had in my bank and what I had got and what I had earned.
And there it all was, right?
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And this is
now
when
my number is 11 million.
Oh yeah, baby. Give me a high five through the screen. Yes. More abundance. Now my number is 11 million. Okay, I can't wait to see the party that we're at where you dropped that bomb on me and I manifested it. Right?
And I don't know how, and I'm going to manifest it.
That's it. I don't know how and I don't care how. We're going to talk a little bit more about how tomorrow. Brenda, thank you for being on with me. Thank you for all of you that stayed. I know we've been here for a while today. And I just want to leave you all with this. There is a reason why you were called here. There's a reason. Nothing's by chance. There are no coincidences in life. Zero. I know whether your friend invited you, whether you saw an ad, whether you got tagged, whether somebody forced you to do it. I know no matter how you got here, you're here because something inside of you wants for you what's possible for you. It wants you to have that so much that it is brought to your attention the next step you need to take to get it. But you get to decide. And my heart's desire, I'm showing you everything I've got. In fact, I have to stop talking. You can see I could keep teaching. I have to stop myself. I could give you more and more and more. But the point is, until you get yourself to the place where you invest in yourself, you really do not give yourself the chance to get the true value of what's possible for you. That is where you take the next step, where you take action and you go, I'm going to invest in myself so that I can get the results that I know I was brought here to have. All right. If that's you, moneyattractionchallenge.com. Can we put that back on? I'm sorry, not Money Attraction Challenge. My head. Need to get off of here. Moneyandprofitmastery.com. Moneyandprofitmastery.com. Go there, book a call. All the details that you need are there. Or you can also type dream and check Facebook Messenger. We'll give you the way to book a call. All right? Either one of those. Mwah. I can't wait to see who we'll have tomorrow. Who's going for 11 million? Brenda just like up the ante right there. 11 million or more. Playing small. That's what we're doing. Mwah. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.